online. So we welcome them to this colloquium to tell us exactly what we don't know before. They will tell you. Some of you know what Island Club entails in those good old days. Minus the history of the club. If at the end of the year, December 21st and 31st, if you now reach Island Club, you feel you make something in those good old days. You always look forward to that particular 2 days. And that is Island Club. We are still keeping on, still kicking. But it's not easy for us to match the status of those who, when they started to mention names now, you know who and who, the founders and those who really moved Nigeria in those good days. So on behalf of the generality of people here, I'd like to welcome our elders to this colloquium. And we pray God is in the kingdom as He will continue to strengthen you, favor you, and give you the strength to continue, like what the secretary said earlier. Chief Olufalomo, if you don't see him here on Tuesday and Wednesday, no, it's either out of the. If I said there's no more traveling, he has done enough. But it might be at Ijesha, Initial. For those 2 days, it's always here. We always pray that God will continue to give that longevity and strength, because we are looking forward to see it. We are looking forward, especially when the club was in turmoil. When did we see? It's Olufalomo and Babadudu Yemi in those good days. Later, it was Olufalomo. Chief Femi Williams, yes, he came occasionally, but Olufalomo will not miss those 2 days in a week. So we thank you for coming today. We are going to listen to you. We are going to learn from you today. To the entire members of the Island Club, we say, you are welcome to this colloquium. Thank you for coming. His Lordship is always here. We had a very big, more or less misunderstanding yesterday, and we are happy it's here today. That's to show our more value. As you might say, nobody build about it. You know, I don't buy no money, Peruriba, Yakonisiva, Amo Baba, Tiwa, one Lutiti, one not to Pata, a college, and he said, you know, my business, one day see, one day work. The history is here, nobody can rubbish that history as far as our war is concerned. So we love you to come in. God bless you. Thank you for coming. The legacy himself, Chief Dimona Dada, Soko. People say when you want to talk about Island Club, always remember Dada. Here is Dada himself, and you see all his journeys as far as Island Club is concerned. Thank you for coming. So on behalf of the members of Island Club, we say thank you for coming. God be with you. Secretary.
I kept it. And to God be the glory. I'm here again. This was under the chairmanship of Prince Ademola Dada, when we had our 70th anniversary. And all glory belongs to God Almighty. Today, again, I've been asked, selected again once again, to speak on the history of Island Club. Today is a different dimension, because I'm having our fathers here who have been here 50 years, 60 years. Who am I to speak on the history of Island Club when our fathers are here? But there's something in the Bible. The Lord told Samuel, He said, go to the house of Jesse and anoint me a king. And everything fell in line. I thank God Almighty for sparing my life, for making sure I'm here today. And I'm also grateful for the opportunity done me by members of Island Club and the management team. Mr. Chairman, sir, I greet you, Prince Rabbi Adiolua. Up here, I also greet our father, the king in his own right, a lawman for himself, a trustee, Chief Olufalomo. You're welcome, sir. I also greet Chief Adeni Williams, the MD of OBM, Ogive Benson and Mata, a highly respected advertising guru in his own right. I greet you, sir. I also greet Prince Ademola Dada, a trustee in his own right, who gave me the opportunity to excel and show myself when he said, Andy, you are going to be the secretary of the history committee. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Vice Chairman, I greet you. Before coming to that, I also greet the Lisa himself, Omo Oladapo, Banjo Oladapo, I greet you. May God continue to bless you as well. And also the chairman of the Igoi Club, who is my friend, Tafazibiri, I also greet you. Let me also greet a highly respected past General Secretary of Island Club, Omoba himself, in his own right. Let me greet a past Judge of the High Court, Justice Olateru Olagbe. You're welcome, sir. The history of Island Club. Island Club was founded in 1943, October 29th, on a Friday to be precise. As you all know, there was high discrimination at the high level by the British to the blacks in those days. And then we had a lot of highly educated elites, responsible men of timber and caliber there, just a few of them, who decided to disagree with the behavior of the British in those days. If you look at, let me go back a little bit. In those days, they had two different hospitals. The Greek hospital there and the General Hospital. The Greek hospital was meant for the whites. You can't go there as a black person. And these things, all this discrimination did not go out down well with our founding fathers. And so they started converging at number 22, Taiwo Lowo Street, behind Mandela's, the House of Power, Otosi, membership number 3. They started converging, discussing of how to break the jinx, of how this discussion will be put to rest. And those present there, they were coming together with the likes of F.A. Bowen, who was membership number 1. He was a lecturer in King's College. And it might interest you to know that when the man enters the school, he was a lecturer. He would play with the wives would play with him. But when that Baba gets out of the gate of King's College, discrimination starts. They will humiliate him, he will be intimidated. And so he was reporting these things to his friends, like Sir Adeyemo Alakija, membership number 13, Mr. Denton, membership number 2, Pa Odumeji Oduku, membership number 8, even our past president, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, membership number 29. Mr. J.F. Winter, membership number 34. These were the colleagues who are the founders of Island Club. We have J.K. Rando, membership number 24. We had Isaac John, membership number 22. We had W.H. Bailey, who was the first treasurer of Island Club, membership number 23. Afasati, membership number 50. And we have a lot of them like that. Pa Liga Duayo, membership number 44, and the rest of them like that. Sao Koro, membership number 11, and many of them like that. They came together to break that ice. And they confronted the British. When they went to the British, they started negotiating. How are we going to have our home place? The British, they were so trickish, cunningly. After a lot of pressure, they gave them this place. This place was like an officer's mess, like a police officer's mess. They call it the British Frontier Force. They started here. And you see, when they came here, it's just like a landlord that gave a tenant a house. He did not collect rent. You can drive that tenant away anytime. There was no commitment. By the grace of God, we have our high judge here because there's no evidence. And the foundation of law is evidence in itself. That's prima facie. Nothing to show for it. And so he continued, and it was Mr. Denton, membership number 2, who went to the office of Mr. Hunter. Hunter was working in the lands ministry around Moloney Street. He now told him, I said, look, gentlemen, Emma Swansopara, it's just like when we were small in those days, when they send off food. There's what we call, you know that kind of trickish play. I mean, they call it. And so he said, look, you have to commit these British people to do something. And so the likes of Alakija, Okoro, Paodupu, in fact, Paodupu was the one who gave Queen Elizabeth his Rolls Royce to ride on when Queen Elizabeth came to Nigeria, membership number 8. And so they gathered together and went back to the British and told them, no, although you have given us this place, but please, we want a kind of commitment. They discussed, and after a long discussion, reluctantly, the British said, okay, our founding fathers should pay some amount, like house rent, I mean, the kind of land use rent. And they said, how much? And another club decided to pay a sum of £124, 16 shillings and 10 pence. That was how they got this place. Our founding fathers paid £124, 16 shillings and 10 pence. And after they continued, they said, look, let's insure this place so that it will be our own. At least let's have a grip of it. And the person that insured this place was Mr. J.F. Winter, membership number 34, and he paid a sum of £9 for the insurance of Island Club. And so they started like that. And as they are getting themselves together, after everything has been put in place, they started appointing chairman from chairman. And the first chairman of Island Club was Sir Adeyemo Alakija, membership number 13, who was chairman from 1943 to 1950. After that, we have Dr. Molulu. From Dr. Molulu, we have Pa J.K. Randall. Pa J.K. Randall up to Dr. Akerele. Dr. Akerele, it was during his tenure, his regime, that we had the first Miss Nigeria in Nigeria. Miss Nigeria competition here in Island Club in 1957. After Dr. Molulu, we had M. Ogun, Pa M. Ogun. After Pa M. Ogun, we had Dr. Alakija. After Dr. Alakija, we have Pa Fidi, the father of the trustee of Yoruba Tennis Club. After that, we have Prince Adeleke Adedoyin. After Prince Adeleke Adedoyin, we have Chief I.S. Adewale. After Chief I.S. Adewale, we have Pa Odulano. After Pa Odulano, we have Pa Refu, who was General Secretary of Island Club for over 13 years. And that's why we call him Consensus Chairman, because the Island Club then came together to honor him with that office. And after that, we have Judidity. After Judidity, we went on to have Chief Molade Okoya Thomas, who was former chairman board of trustees for the Island Club. After Chief Molade Okoya Thomas, we have T.A.B. Oki, Oki Omobalogun, Tofela Anjagun, Abakento Omobalogun, who not get a yaga. After that, after T.A.B. Oki, we went on to Pani Baba, who just left the world some months ago. From Pani Baba, we have Faleye, from Pa Faleye to Adejumo to Akile, Dr. Akile. From Dr. Akile, we have Chief Chueton. From Chief Chueton, We had the Chief Hilary Babs Akerele. From Babs Akerele, went on to my father here. Baba, Ìjẹ̀ṣà Bódò Apàdùnà. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́ni àtẹ̀kọ́, ọmọ ẹlẹ́rẹ̀ẹ́lẹ́, Chief Olúfálọmọ. After Chief Olúfálọmọ, Chief Aluko. After Chief Aluko, we now have Chief Folami. From Folami, Chief Folami, we have Chief Dende Lucas. Baba Bilikani of the Pikoko. From Chief Dende Lucas, we have Chief Akintola. From Chief Akintola, the advertising guru himself, Chief Adeni Williams. After Chief Adeni Williams, we have Akimawe. After Chief Akimawe, we have the Dollar himself, Dollar ruler, Prince Demoladada. After Prince Demoladada, we have Opesheki, Senior Advocate of Nigeria. After him, we have the Lisa himself, Mr. Banjo Oladapo. Long life and prosperity. I greet you. After Banjo Oladapo, we have àwọn àgbáyé tàbá dé àsọ̀rọ̀ ni wọ́n ní gbogbo gbé rámbàdàn tó balẹ̀ lóògùnmọ̀ṣọ́ tó bá lọ́rọ̀ yóò ní gáàfù abúmẹ́rì. After that we have Alhaji Shita from Alhaji Shita. We have the Akosa himself. Ọmọ ẹlẹgbẹ́ Amẹ́tàlá bàbá. Ọmọ Akosa Abakugun Ọba. It might interest you to know that our chairman here, Prince Rabi Oluwa, is the grandson of Pa Chief Tijani Amudu, the Oluwa of Lagos, who fought the British to a standstill and won them in London in 1920 when they took over the Apapa Port, and they made sure he got it back. He was friends to Abamakoli and Ekati Shingul and the likes. Mr. Chairman, sir, my fathers, my elders, it's an honor done me. I don't have, in fact, I'm too junior to say the history of Island Club before you people. But like I said, there's no leaf that falls from the tree without the knowledge of God Almighty. The Lord said, go to the house of Jesse and anoint me again. May God continue to bless each and every one of you, sirs. May God continue to prosper you.
The Vice Chairman, past Vice Chairman, officers of this great club, past and present, we recognize all of you. Thank you very much for organizing this colloquium and for asking us to talk about the history of the Island Club. Somebody has revealed the fact that in January, next January, I will have been 60 years in this club. And I know that in my time, it was on the form that if you were not earning up to £1,000 per annum, you should not apply. £1,000 per annum is probably about 10 million naira of today at that time. So many of us were eager to join the Island Club, but we couldn't join until we were earning more than £1,000. And the day I got promoted, and I had evidence in writing that there was already over £1,000, I decided to join the Island Club. It's a long story, but we're not here to talk about me, we're here to talk about Island Club. Let me thank the historian of Island Club. But what I see you have done is you have rehashed what our historian has done over the years. In fact, up till the 21st of July, during the Eid al-Fitr and Easter dance, the history of the Island Club, as known by him, is here. But that is not even the history of Island Club, because the history you are publishing in the programs of Island Club did not go beyond the first 10 years of Island Club. And we're now talking of 80 years. What has happened in 70 years? A lot has gone on. And we must sit down and document this thing meticulously. Let me just say that, as I said, in those days when we were joining Island Club, it was on the form. Like, do not bother to fill the form if you were not earning £1,000 per annum. And let me also make some corrections, well, or additions, not corrections. I think Chief Arthur Press was number 5. Please look into your program and you will discover that. And you kept talking about Sir Okoro. Okoro was not a Sir or anything. I tell you the history of Okoro. Baba Okoro died when I was Honorary General Secretary. And his family came here and said they would like to have him lie in state in the Island Club. Who was he? And then, so I decided to find out. And the first person I asked was Papa Rukosu. I said, they said when Okoro died and his family would like him to lie in state in the Island Club. And Papa Rukosu said, Okoro. Come to think of it, there was an Okoro who was a big businessman. He was one of those, he was a prison contractor. That is, he supplied food to the prisons and made a lot of money. And when he made this money, he came to Island Club and spent it. He said, but go and check. Number 11. And the road died. And he said, no, he didn't die. He hasn't come to the club for a long time. And somebody just assumed that he had died, and put died there. And so we checked, and lo and behold, the Papa Okoro was number 11. And at that time, you couldn't lie anybody in state according to our rules if you were not a member of the management committee. Now, if you are number 11 in a club, even if they say you hadn't served in the management committee, something must have gone wrong. So we assumed that if he was number 11, then he must have served at one time or the other. And so we arranged for him to lie in state here, and we accorded him of the honor. All we say about the Island Club history is the early days of the Island Club. We should not be ashamed to say all we know about ourselves. And I'm talking about the good, the bad, and the very ugly. Once upon a time, the expatriates were very much here in large numbers. When I was joining the club, the history of the tradition of the club was that when you come for interview, the club will entertain you. But the day you have been admitted into the club, you will entertain the club. And so in my days, there were so many diplomats. And so, you know, the diplomats controlled all the drinks. So we didn't, whatever I put down was very negligible compared with what the diplomats brought. And so we were able to entertain the club. And this continued until later. One, the center of activities moved from Island Club somewhere else. the expatriates were no longer coming here. I remember in those early days, Lagos was still the capital of Nigeria. All the civil servants came here. At that time, we worked on Saturdays. So the civil servants worked on Saturdays. So after work on Saturdays, you were sure to find here all the permanent secretaries, all the high court judges. Everybody was here. And it was a good time. I remember, and I'm not going to mention him, some famous person had a manslaughter case. And because he was such a famous person, many people did not want him to suffer for it. And the judge was here. So, people were always lobbying to see what will happen. And so, a few days before the judgment, the person came here. He was well known. He was well known to members of the Island Club. And the judge was also here. I don't know how it filtered out to say that his case has been favorably considered and he will go for only 6 months. So the culprit knew days before I was going to go for 6 months, and he went for 6 months, and we all lived happily ever after. Although all the people concerned are now late. But that was how very powerful and how influential Island Club was in those days. We've had our very ugly moments too. We were talking about how the expatriates were drifting away. And it got to a state that if you saw an expatriate here, it probably wasn't somebody who had made it in life. And our constitution at the time said the expatriate must be the first vice chairman, and the Nigerian will be the second vice chairman.
Respect ourselves. No matter who you are. When I joined this club in 1985, respect to the authority. When the chairman enters the club from that day, everybody stands up. When the chairman is passing through your side, no matter how old you are, you respect the chairman. Now, if I trust you, you don't go there. Just take care, because we are not as common as this. But if you lose that respect, we are losing the respect. The respect we have the club, we are losing it. So when we are complaining that the club is not being respected, the values of the club is not being respected, it is because we are not doing the right thing. So first and foremost, we must generate the Island Club values. We also need to harmonize the group activities. The group cannot honestly compete among themselves. The competition must be subtle, and we need to harmonize it. No matter your feelings, no matter if you, and I will disagree with you, I always say something. I might not like your face. The way we have to work together, we will work. And once we enjoy our work, we will actually like our faces better. So it is important that we do things the right way. No matter what it is, 10 people cannot be in a place and all of them like themselves. There will be issues, particularly when you have democratic elections. There will be issues. I don't like it. But when it finishes, that is it. It is our exposure The background of so many people that joined this club created problems. The way you will behave when you are in your house is different from the way you will behave when you are at the club. So it is important to let us look at it. I think we should also look at this election. Let members feel that if you don't have the money, don't contest. That's it. Solomon said that you have to be earning £1,000 before you join this club. That means from day one, they knew that before you come to this club, there's a status to meet. So if you don't have this, don't bother. I think I'll just stop with only one. Let us please try and don't erode our values. Our values, greeting each other, greeting the chairman, standing up for the officers, bringing our kids here, those are things that are very, very useful for this club. I knew people that they met, the younger ones they met during our Christmas party, during our students' party, that they became friends up to today. My kids met some people in this club that they are told they are best friends today. I was lucky because what the club, I got our chief of the club, they are enormous. I want to really claim that it was being a member of this club that I was able to get my kids into the junior secondary schools. So gentlemen, I will leave us with that because I know that people are signaling to me that the time is going. But fundamentally, we need to reorientate ourselves and we need to ensure that we take our value, we reorientate our value, regenerate that island club value that people see in us and make people want to join the club. Let us, through our attitude, through our character, through the way we actually talk about the club outside, let us do those things. Thank you very much.
And the membership number now is in excess of 7,000. So the membership has grown like the mustard card. So I hope that members all join me in paying tribute to the memories and legacies of Sir Adeyemo Alakija and his other compatriots. May they continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord wherever they are now. It's my great delight and pleasure to be sharing platform with my Egmons and my friends here. For Chief Olufalomo, we come way back. I first served the club 34 years ago as Assistant Secretary and served as Honorary General Secretary from 32 years ago. I joined the club October 1979, not as long as Chief Olufalomo, but our paths crossed because in my first year as Honorary General Secretary, he was the Vice Chairman. And he had himself been the most distinguished Honorary General Secretary. And I benefited a lot from having to work with him. Chief Adeleye, Chief Dr. E.A. Adeleye was at the time the chairman, and Akileye, he was the chairman at the time. He was a very easygoing gentleman, and he had absolute trust in me, and gave me the leeway that any general secretary would want, particularly because by virtues of issue as secretary, I was also chairman of the membership subcommittee at the time, which really was and still remains one of the most critical subcommittees in this club. And if occasionally they thought that I was overdoing it, well, Chief Alomo would give me, he would wink at me at the table when I present the recommendations of the membership subcommittee. Because we went in there with a big scissors, and if we had any doubts about the credentials of particular applicants, we recommended rejection. But sometimes the chairman and Chief Famo, they might say, well, okay, let us ask for more information. But I had a wonderful relationship.
Today you're being inducted into membership of the Island Club. The Island Club is a prestigious club. It's interracial. You admitted on your own individual merit. You will make yourself feel at home amongst us. It will make you feel at home amongst us. We are all Nigerians. And you're welcome to the membership of the Island Club. I don't know if you know what happened to your predecessor just now. Somebody who was admitted just before you. He did not go back to his seat without performing the right thing. And so, you will not be an exception. Or do you want to be an exception? I beg your pardon? You will comply. Chairman, Speaker, what are we going to do with him? Are we going to hear from you? Is that a promise or a threat? But my co-past chairman said they want to hear from you now.
Let us hear what you are saying. It makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much. Mr. Soduke, God will bless you. God will continue to bless you. Gbogbo ibi tó wòye ti wá, a máa pọ̀ sí i. Ẹ̀wọ̀n ní mọ̀sálẹ̀ àpò a máa tò tí sí.
On his right hand side, or let him be on your right hand side.
Sí màdàmú yìí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ̀sẹ̀ tó tó ẹ̀rọ lápọ̀ inú mímú àtàláfíà lọ́wọ́. Adarí ilé adarí ìgbà lọ́wọ́ àgbàdo àgbègbè. Gbogbo iṣẹ́ yín náà lọ́wọ́ àgbègbè. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Please join the good group.
Demola will guide you. Demola will guide you well. Thank you, my chair.
He has not been conferred, he's putting on our cow. So, he's putting on our cow. So, he has a special fine already. The chairman said, he has a special fine already.
All Vice, thank you so much. Mr. Chairman, sir, I respectfully and reverentially present to you Honorable Abimbola Orekoya Abiodun. There was a setup. Wọ́n fẹ́ gba owó tó pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ máa yìí. Àwọn kan ní kán dé fìlà, àwọn kan ní kán máa dé ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́sà. Wọ́n lé lè máa wọ 7 digits. Every weight ló wà níbàyìí sá. Mr. Chairman, sir, I respectfully hand over the microphone to you. Honorable Abimbola Orekoya Abiodun, membership number 7908. Up here.
Yes. Honorable Orekoya Abiodun. I now pass the button to Vice Chairman and Trustee of the so-called officers to do the presentation.
My honorable, to welcome you as a new member. According to my record here, the membership number is 7908.
pleasure that today, when we have been inducted as members of the notable club in Nigeria known as Island Club, the Right Reverend, the Speaker of Lagos State, is in our midst and is witnessing today's event. Today, 13th October 2023. Well, it is my honor to present to you your plaque.
Look up. No, look at. Yeah. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, sir.
There's something to the government of the country. It is a normal thing. Well, Honorable John, faces are all new. My uncle and all of them are there. All the younger ones are there. But this is your club. This is your club now. I think you'll be seeing what has been happening. I'll be your own election too. Can't come back again. Just to do crazy paperwork. Already will give you a So let us see. Let's see how far.
I want to use this great opportunity to appreciate the chairman, the board of trustees, the leaders and the elders. I most sincerely appreciate my leader, my brother, the speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly for the honor. Because definitely I took permission from him and he said, go ahead. So I thank you, sir. So we shall be ready to collaborate with him to ensure that whatever project that is assigned to us, we will follow it and execute it to the letter. So that I can assure you. With him, all things as each project are possible. So we want to thank you so much, sir. For now.
Well, the trustee said, if possible in dollars, he has looked at your beards. He knows that this American beard. Sir, oh, they didn't I you sorry. He knows more than I know you. Thank you, my trustee. So, well, let us go to the
Thank you very much, sir. I would like to express my gratitude to you, sir, Mr. Chairman, sir. I acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Speaker of the State, every other member of the trustees and other people present. I want to say very big thank you for this opportunity. The event of this evening has further shown the commitment of the club to ensuring that due process is being observed. And it's so much appreciated that. In spite of everything that has happened, I would like to donate on behalf of my friends and colleagues here the amount of 500,000 naira. Assembly, very dedicated, very supportive, very loyal. My friends and brothers who have been serving the people of Lagos with passion and dedication. I thank you and I appreciate you always. The Honorable Commissioner of Lagos State, the chairman of various local government here with us, our chairman, our leader, our father, the chairman of our great club, Chief Rabi Oluwa. to recognize all the founding fathers of this great club, the trustees and past chairman, former chairman, yes, sorry, you know we use party chairman, so I'm reminding that from our chairman of today, the former chairman, and all the great members of this great club, our guests today, and the inductees. The inductees, among which I have my colleagues. I say congratulations to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and the gentlemen of the press. But I am honored to be here this evening, even though I'm a member of this great club, in which I cherish so much and also passionate about. Let me quickly recognize the man that has been doing a fantastic job, who has taken it upon himself to recognize all of us, and has done a great job of MC, even though I don't know his name, but he has been a very fantastic man, and he has done perfect job. Oh, secretary, oh, that is good, pardon me. Don't worry, very soon I'll still be a regular caller at the club, so I'll recognize everybody facially. And our father, who has rendered very melodious music, all sings, we recognize you and the members of the band. We thank you. Somebody said by my side that we have someone in place in him that we replace, though we still want much around us, Ebenezer will be, but he has been doing a good job. So thank you very much. It's great to be here this evening, and I can see each one of us has been enjoying the atmosphere, and I also believe that the hospitality has been a wonderful one. You know, I've been hearing the spoon clicking the plate, and at the same time, the wine glasses and other cups racing from the table to our mouth. It shows we are very comfortable and we enjoy our gathering here, and I'm sure we will continue to do that until it's the time for us to go back home. Today we have come together again to celebrate our great club, which has become an annual occasion. And every time it has been fantastic, bringing people of different background, with knowledge, with IQ, with sound exposure, who have come most times to feed us with knowledge upon what we have acquired. And it's a very privilege to have a platform in form of this club, where we have great opportunity to listen to people and we discuss issues that borders on our state, on our nation, and including ourselves. Going by the history of the club, which has been founded, and one of the former chairman just we read, and has just educated us that he has been a member 60 years ago. And I look at it and the message was well taken. And he was asking the inductee, where were you 60 years ago? And I'm sure the guy couldn't answer, but it was well taken. It shows that this is a great club that has been around for long, taking care of the interests of the people, bringing people together, irrespective of where they come from in Nigeria, both near and far, and by extension from outside this country. And I think it's a great thing to have a platform of this nation where people, irrespective of your background, can come together and enjoy themselves. At the same time, raising, think, and propagate ideas that will be beneficial to our society. Today, we are here together, inducting new members. My advice to the new members is that they should emulate our founding fathers sitting on 19 there. Many of them accomplished people that we can also tap from their experience and exposure that will guide all of us also to move forward. And for those following them, to learn more and sustain this great club in the manner that has been established before now. As we have come together to celebrate 80 years, it is my wish and strong belief that in their time we will celebrate 90, we will celebrate 100, and far more. And I still pray that our leaders here sitting with us will be very much around at that time. So I thank you. I thank you for bringing me here and for giving me this opportunity also to be part of this gathering and to witness the induction of new inductees. So I pray also the next year we'll all be together again to witness more people. But let me also that each one of us, we must not forget to perform our responsibility to the club. To sustain the club, there's need for us to make great contribution so that we can sustain the glory of the club. So once again, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of this group. Thank you very much. You will enjoy and continue to have your thoughts, your hearts, enjoy. But don't forget your people. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you.
Every